Good morning. Yesterday, we talked about this idea of having resentment toward God when we're going through challenging or painful or suffering kinds of circumstances. And we know, as Kevin addressed so well last Sunday, that God is at work in these things, but what goes on inside of us is still up for grabs. And so, one of the things I want to encourage you to do this morning is that when you're going through a tough time and it appears that somehow your soul wants to say, God, you're responsible for this, or whatever that your soul's reaction is going on, that it's important, I think, for you to remember that you can be honest with God. That's one of the things that's so beautiful about the scriptures, is that we see this sort of incredible honesty. Jesus is crying out to his Father in the Garden of Gethsemane. David is going through these crazy, hard situations, experiences, and he's calling out to God. He's expressing his emotions, all of them, and it's not pretty. You've got Job, and Job is being honest with God, and he's calling out, and he's wrestling in the midst of all of this kind of craziness that's going on in his life. And God doesn't smote him. He doesn't smote any of them. He doesn't say, don't be honest with me. In fact, the Lord is saying to you, I want you to be honest to me. Bring all of it to me. Bring all of your emotions. Bring all of your pain. Bring all of your suffering. Bring all of your perspectives on what is going on or what isn't going on or what I'm doing or what I'm not doing. Bring it all to him. Bring it all to him and lay it down. Part of it is going to be being honest with God. And I think that frequently we think that somehow if we're walking in faith that we wouldn't feel these things. But actually, I think it's exactly the opposite, that we are going to feel these things and we process these things with God. We bring them to God instead of letting them move us away from God. The enemy wants us to move away from God when we're going through challenges and suffering. And God is saying, come to me. Bring it all to me. Bring all the ugliness. Bring everything to me.